Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is your boy Nate, and welcome back to another episode of Pony Power Garage.
She said, hey mom, day job, I don't feel it. I need race car, top down to match my ceiling. I don't have none.
Before we get into today's video, I want to talk about today's sponsor.
Everyday essentials, engineered for the way you actually live. Prime Peak Products. Use code PRIMEPEAK10.
Alright guys, so you guys already know what you guys see in the title of this video. We are doing part number 2 for the model series that we started doing here on the channel. We now have 2 cameras going, so you're going to get a little bit of different angles. We got one a little bit closer up so that you can see, exactly what's going on versus you just being back there. We also have you guys a little bit closer. We left off putting on the radiator and the radiator fan, which we obviously have right here. We have obviously the bottom set, and we have the set that will go on top, and then we have obviously the body. So where we left off was we were deciding on if we were going to take the doors off, paint, because we literally recorded this the next day because I found 2 brushes, and I'm like, you know what, let's just record another video doing a part 2 of basically getting everything painted and prepped, to the stage that we're at. So before we actually get crazy, because now we got to actually, the step that it's taking us to, we have to glue this down to this. So the engine will be in here glued down. I might fabricate something to kind of hold the engine up a little bit more, but it's telling me just to stick it right there. Let me put the brushes down. It's telling me to stick it right onto this little hole that's right here. It's telling me to basically glue it to that. So the whole front of the engine is going to be just hanging. So I might try to find something to try to fabricate something that I can put like across this. That's going to kind of hold it up, kind of like a little cross member, basically. We're going to get everything. We're going to get the radiator fan painted. The engine's fully completed as far as paint pieces that go to it. So that's good. So we're going to basically paint the radiator fan, get all of this painted, the battery painted, basically everything that's white, and then get the body painted all in this video. And then part 3 is going to be proceed forward with getting everything, getting the exhaust on, getting the rear end on, getting the front on, getting the tires put together, all those little knick-knack stuff. And then after that, it's basically just putting the windows on the body, and then doing little pieces, and then doing like the decals and all that. So it's only going to be like a 3-4 part video, or series for this one, for this model. Colors that we have here, I have them displayed out here for you guys. This is not a color. This is actually just a little scrap piece. So the colors that we have green, we have white, we have olive green, we have chrome, we have yellow, and we have navy blue. And I actually did it to where you can actually kind of see the final color. Obviously white is going to be white, but you guys can actually see what the final color actually would look like, on the model piece. I really like the chrome, because the chrome, that's what the bars are going to be. That actually looks like a metal bar, doesn't it? Right? So there's that. And then we got yellow, and then we've got the navy blue. Now I'm really liking the navy blue. I'm really debating on painting the body the navy blue. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't know. See, this is where it's gonna come into. This is where you start thinking. It's like, I don't know. But anyway, so those are the colors that we have for model paint. But then if we go over to the paint booth, have obviously the chrome, or the gray that we did for the primer. Basically, this is primer, which actually looked really good. I just would have to do like another coat, like on the inside maybe. Inside actually looks perfect. But then we have black, we have red, we have pink, and we have blue. You guys already saw the blue. You guys saw this in the last video where this is displayed behind us. Keep showing this camera. I'm not used to having 2 cameras. So we did the baby blue last time, so obviously we're not going to do that for the outside. They have it displayed as like a red. I don't know how that's going to play out, what we're going to decide for that. But before we're going to do this, basically, we're going to do the body last. We're going to do all this first. We're going to start with now I actually did spray white on this, but it's obviously white, so it's not going to It ain't like a special white. All right, so we are going to be getting it down to it. So like I said, the engine's actually good, so we're gonna put the engine over there. First up, we are doing the bottom piece. So the only thing, as you guys can see here, we already painted it black. So this was white, but now we're gonna paint, but then we painted it black. So we're gonna paint the radiator and the radiator fan. I think I'm gonna do all chrome. I'm gonna do all chrome on both ends. So I'm gonna, not to make it really too challenging, even though it's not really challenging, but the radiator fan, I'm thinking like it is chrome, and the radiator fan or the radiator is honestly kind of the same color. So why not make them all chrome? So we're gonna grab the chrome that we have, make sure you mix it up really good. All right, so we got it mixed up. We're gonna lay the chrome out. That actually, see, and you can look at the chrome inside there too. It's actually, I was actually really surprised on how chromy that actually looks, right? We're gonna actually use the smaller brush, and we're not gonna go too crazy. And the thing is with models is that you got to be careful where you paint, how you paint, the way that you're painting, because if I was to have painted this and then thinking, hey, I can grab this to paint the radiator fan or the radiator and all that, just so that this whole piece would be done, and I can leave it out to dry. I mean, yes, you could technically leave, like a section here, white, that you can grab, or section there on each corner. That way you can grab it like this if you needed to paint the radiator fan, but that feels awkward. So you got to kind of decide where are you going to grab this, and obviously you can't paint there, if you're painting the black on the bottom piece. So that's why you just got to kind of play it in your mind, play it step by step. That's why I painted these all first. I opened the box, pulled these out, knowing, you know what I'm saying, and then painted them black because I knew they were going to be black. And so like I said, I just wanted it all to be done, and the glue is gluing to it perfectly, so I'm not really having any issues there. All right, so we got the chrome all painted, and so that is what the chrome looks like on the radiator fan. So that's what that would look like, right? Now we're gonna set this off the corner here, let it dry, so that it's not touching nothing. She's drying. Now these. So gotta kind of play strategically. I'm gonna paint the doors first. And there's not black, I don't have black anymore. So I'm gonna do, the body's gonna be probably navy blue. I think we're gonna do yellow on the inside of the door, and then it's gonna have yellow, and then the handle, the armrest is gonna be chrome. The handle's gonna be chrome, but everything else is gonna be yellow. Copy that to the center console. And just, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of see, just whatever. I'll have to get new paints. Because I'm thinking like, fuck, like I wish I had black. Which I do have black, but in spray paint form, which would make me have to take all this off. And I'm not doing that. So, what we're doing is, I'm not actually going to use that. I'm going to save that probably for the body. We're going to dive into this with the yellow. that's painted now. So now we got to do the center console, stuff like that, and think of the color that we're going to do for that. The doors are going to be yellow. I think we should just do a full interior, a yellow interior. Because really that's the only color that would really go with, I feel like, navy blue or close to it. I mean, olive green. I mean, we can do white, but I might as well just leave them white then, and not paint them. Or we can do green, but now the doors are yellow, so it's like, do I do green? I don't know. Full green interior or full yellow interior, we're sending it. Alright guys, so we got the whole interior painted. Obviously it went fast because we weren't being too picky about, the little pieces, the little things. If I was taking this actually truthfully, like, if I had the right colors, everything like that, wouldn't I wouldn't have done that. I would have done like the knobs, I would have tried to like dab like a little black, try to make it a little more detailed. I just took the advantage of that. You don't really see that anyways. It's in the car, you know what I'm saying? But you try to picture it. The chrome actually does kind of look good with the black and the yellow. Try to let this dry, and then now we are going to be doing the chrome on the doors. So I'm gonna grab the chrome back out, add a little mix it. I mean, the stuff sits at the bottom, so it gets to be a pain. Boom. This is a little better to display. Boom. That's what it kind of looks like. I mean, it don't look bad. I mean, don't look bad. Not gonna lie, don't look bad. Blue in there, a blue battery, yes. And again, you could do the terminals. You could do like a chrome, which I guess I do have that. All right, so the battery is now done. So we gotta let that kind of sit now. I think actually while we do that, we're gonna try to finagle these doors. We're gonna try to glue these doors back in. So we need our glue. And again, like I said in the last video, with this stuff, guys, you don't need a lot. So last time what we did was we stuck a little, if there's a little extra glue, you know, definitely, uh, cut it out or try to make it there it is. I mean, there's what the inside will essentially look like, right? You can paint the outside of the doors if you wanted to. Again, you don't see them, so is it really? Do you really have to? No. But yeah, so we're gonna let that do its thing, let it dry, and now we're doing the body. So this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Use model paint to paint this, or do we want to use spray paint? What would go with yellow? I mean, and kind of bring it back, would be like a red, like an Iowa State style. Make it basically just like that, but with a yellow interior. Now that I'm thinking about it, we actually can make that happen. We did the red or the battery, the baby blue, but that's okay. It'll look better because now I'm thinking like, I have the block being red, and so with the red going with the block there, because it'll be inside there, the block being red, and then we do the body red as well. I think it honestly can bring back having the yellow interior or having everything be yellow on the inside. So But it's good though, because then we get to see some paint booth action, right? I'm gonna basically end the video or end, this session here, and I'm gonna set the cameras up over here and get like a nice paint, area set up so you guys can see what we're doing. All right, guys. So we weren't able to actually get any recording. I had my phone up right here, but when I was sending the files over, when I plugged my phone in, it like somehow like deleted the video. I don't know what the hell happened, but I had two stands. And I'm really mad that I had like 48 minutes of film gone. But I got this spray painted and it honestly turned out really good. But this is what I was saying. If you do it right, it actually can turn out pretty good. I got a few fingerprints in there, but overall turned out pretty good. So I'll probably just have to do a few little bit of touch-up stuff that I had touched, but other than that, like I said, it turned out pretty good. So now it's letting it sit overnight, and then coming back and doing an episode 3 for you guys. That's it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, drop a like, comment down below. We'll see you guys in the next one.